Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Pierre, and on today's episode, I want to take you through an AI tool that helps for building 3D models of your choice. It's called Meshy AI, and it's quite popular and highly rated. And I've been using it to create proxy models for 3D models to import into Unreal Engine. It allows you to create 3D models from text prompts, videos, as well as reference images. I'm going to be using this AI tool to create this dry combat submersible and see how close it can get to the real thing. In addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and try to make it a little bit more sophisticated. Then I'm going to go ahead and import it into Unreal Engine, and we'll see what it looks like. So let's give this Meshy AI a test. If you like this video and you like my content and you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. It certainly helps with the algorithm. Let's get started. Alright, so this is my account on Meshy AI. I have a pro account, so it allows me a few more features when it comes to uploading content. So as I said, you can do text to 3D models, like prompt it. Image to 3D. You can also do some texturing on a model you already have and upload the model. And you can also create an AI image. So what I want and what Meshy is really good for is creating 3D models. So I'm going to go ahead straight to image to 3D. And now on the Pro account, which is what I recommend, you can now do a multi-view, so you can add in different angles and sides of the model to get a more accurate representation on your 3D model. So let's try that. Okay, so I just loaded in my images, different angles of the submersible. They're not all perfect angles. Some of them are diagonal, but let's see what it does. So that's the first one. This is the second one. Okay, so it's not an absolutely perfect tool yet. There still seems to be a lot of artifacts, and it'd be nice if we can have some customizations with it. But for a simple design in which it's literally just a cigar-shaped vessel, it does okay. So now this is without the textures on it, but since I have a few more free tries remaining, I'm going to go ahead and change the seed to 100,000 and see what it does. Okay, so I'm happy with this one here. I think I'm going to go with this one on the bottom left here. And I'm going to select it, and now I'm going to confirm to generate the texture. And I'm not too concerned about optimizing the scene or optimizing the asset in terms of poly counts, because it's not going into a game yet. It's going into the movie first. This scene that we're creating is specifically for the movie. So I'm going to put that on max poly count for the max quality. It's got about 110,000 faces and about just shy of 55,000 vertices, so that's quite a bit. And now what it's going to do is it's going to texture it for me. You can see up here it says texturing 10%. Okay, so there is the asset completely textured. It actually did a pretty good job. I mean, from far, as long as the camera's not too close in the scene, this works. So up here on the top left, you can set it so that it spins, and then we can see what the solid mode looks like. The base color, this is what the base color would look like. It matches the reference images pretty well. And then we have with the lighting. So assuming there's a light on top or on this side of the vessel, gives you an idea. And it does look pretty good. Like I said, for a 3D tool, this is great. It's not too expensive. I think it's far more of a better tool for organic objects, like we saw on the front page there, like actually humanoid figures that you can animate with other AI tools. But in terms of rigid bodies, hard surface metal vessels like this, like a submersible, it's great for proxy models and models in which the camera is far. So for up close, this won't work. It has to be redone by a professional artist. But I wanted to see how far along Meshy AI has come, and that's not to say that I'm not impressed with this software and this tool. Okay, so to be honest, I'm not really loving this design. I think it's a little bit too simple. And for what I want to do in the movie, I want some weapons on there. I want some ability. to do things rather than just sail through the water. So I actually designed one not long ago, and here's what it looks like. So it's got some arms on there that it can use to be able to grab things. And so this one I'm a little bit more impressed with, and the fact that there's a spinning, like I can actually get some jet propulsion out of here in Unreal and it'll look a lot more real. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and import this one instead. Okay, so I just fired up Unreal Engine and I opened it up my scene with the giant cave in which I'm gonna have some submersibles racing through. So a lot of people ask me, how do we do this water effect? Well, it's a blueprint. So it's really just a normal cave that I built out and still in the currently in the process of building. You can see some rocks here in the middle of the air there that have to be moved. But yeah, this was all done with the blueprint. And if you're interested in knowing more on how I did this blueprint and how I brought it in and used it and customized it, well, it was actually somebody else who created the blueprint, and you can download it and you can find that video that I recently did up here, I believe. Yeah, it should be up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and import that FBX file in which I wrapped the submersible that I just created using that AI tool, Meshy AI, along with that texture. Okay, so in order to import it, or import an FBX, I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna go to import to game FBX right there. And there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag that right into the world there, and it should pop up. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer so we can get a better view. I'm gonna click on the blueprint. So if we bring in the third person blueprint and we bring it next to the actual submersible, it gives us an idea of how big it should be. So that submersible is too small because there should be 12 people that could fit in there, and that doesn't even look close to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the submersible, and then I'm going to go ahead and increase it to about 10. Okay, that's too much. Let's try 3. That's a little better. That looks a little bit closer in scale of what it should be to fit a dozen people in there. But I'm going to go ahead and scale it up even more anyway. So let's go up to 5. This is just a proxy model, so I'm not making a big deal about this right away. I'm just doing this for the purposes of showing you how to import these models that AI tools help us make. So there we go. And another really cool thing that we can do, if I just hold the Alt key and I pull it back, now I can do one is chasing the other. So now that these submersibles are in, the next thing to do is going to be to light them and to give them lights and technology to make them look a little bit more advanced. And then I'm going to animate the scene and animate the cameras, animate the submersibles, as well as create jet propulsion behind them. And so that way we'll have a little bit more of a completed scene. So for me, using these AI tools allows me to insert these models in here and rig everything up with the lighting and the animation and have the look development and the previs 100% easily. And it allows me to show any 3D artists that I hire what I want it to look like, and other co-producers on what we're going to be getting and how it's going to look. And that goes a long way. So I think that this Meshy AI tool is worth it, but it's still not quite production ready. But I still think it's a great tool to use. Hope you guys enjoy this one. If you like this video and you want to see more, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.